And we thank him for his son, Jesus Christ, because it's important to do so. It's the real reason we have Christmas in the first place. And we remind ourselves that the same Jesus that was born in a manger can still help guide our lives today if we'll trust in him. And I think it's important for a family to gather around and hold hands and pray and get closer together as a family and to realize who's the boss. And that's what we do on Christmas. And then we eat a lot.
I think we've gotten away from a lot of that, and I agree. We need more of it. We need a little bit more stability and return to the basics. John Bon Jovial, I know you're waiting to ask a question.
Yeah, hey, Joe, it is so great to have you back on with us again. But I'm listening to your comments on gathering around the piano, and the first thing that kind of came to mind would have been the old radio shows of the 30s and 40s. I guess the Mercury Theater would have been a good example of a live performance and that kind of enthusiasm. Now, while I realize you're not doing War of the Worlds, but would you approach the production and making of this album with pretty much the same premise of doing a live radio drama with that kind of enthusiasm?
Well, John, and by the way, it's good to talk to you again, brother. Good to see you.
Yes,
good to hear you anyway.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know that we purposely had that in mind, but I know that what we had in mind was that same kind of earthy feeling to it, like it's happening now. It all felt real live, like it could have been a live radio show. In fact, a live radio show of the Oak Ridge Boys working in studio with Dave Cobb and a small group of incredible musicians would have made for an incredible old-timey live radio show, to be honest, because just the whole creative process that goes behind working with Dave and having these songwriters coming in and bringing a song in and everybody listening to it for the first time, and next thing you know, we're recording it. It really had that kind of feel to it, John, to be honest.
Well, things have come a long way since the depiction of making a recording in the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, where they got paid $10 for singing into a can.
And we've come a long way from War of the Worlds.
Yes,
that's a fact. Yes, Joe, it's funny you mentioned that live radio show of the recording sessions. When you were talking about them originally, first thing that flashed through my mind, especially after having caught the semi-impromptu music with you and Elizabeth Golden, I was thinking it would have been great if you could have done a video behind the scenes, as some of the artists do now, where you get some of the scenes from behind the scenes in the studio.
Actually, we did.
Awesome.
We had a video crew record the whole thing. I don't know if it's going to come out in a sizzle reel or a YouTube video, or I don't know how that's going to come out exactly, but it will come out. And yes, we did exactly that, Dave. Good call. We had a video crew filming us, filming the process, filming the recording, filming us recording, and filming some of the behind the scenes, so forth and so on. So, that really happened. In fact, the same company we've already shot 2 videos for this. The regular videos for the Christmas album, and I think they're working on another one that's going to be kind of like that behind the scenes thing. And in fact, we had some guests. We did Reindeer on the Roof. We did the Reindeer on the Roof song, and we shot it. And we had John Rich come by, and Jamie Johnson, and actor Dennis Quaid came by and did a little cameo. So it's really fun, and I can't wait to see that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing. And I'm glad we stumbled onto a sneak preview there, and we'll definitely be looking forward to that. Give us a yell if you can when that thing is going to be available in some form, either YouTube or as a video, or however they decide finally to package it. I'd like to be able to see that and share it. That should be awesome.
That'd be great, Dave. There's a lot of wheels turning right now on this album. It's this Lightning Rod Records, man, and 30 Tigers are some of the biggest distributors, and what a great, probably one of the top independent labels in town. And they really love us, man, and they do a lot of work with Dave Cobb. And I think that that this album's going to get a lot of attention this year. And I'll tell you a little side note. This is a little something you may or may not know, but tomorrow on release day, Dionne Warwick is releasing a new Christmas album. First thing she's done in years, and we're on it.
Amazing.
We sing Jingle Bells with John Ritz and Dionne. So,
my gosh,
a little plug for Dionne's new album there. And I don't know when you're playing this that we're doing, but as I say tomorrow, I mean where I am.
Right. Well, this will break.
Look for a new Dionne Warwick Christmas album, and the Oak Ridge Boys are singing Jingle Bells. See, we just can't get away from Christmas, man.
Well, you do such a great job with it, and I know from having seen some of the videos from your past shows that the fans just get right into it and love it, and you guys don't disappoint. As a matter of fact, you never do, from everything I hear. And we're just thankful you were able to come and share some time with us here. Before we let you go, I wanted to know, now you've done this Christmas tour for how many years now?
This will be our 30th upcoming.
Oh, well, you're just getting into the swing of things. Maybe you'll come back after you have a little more experience at it?
Yeah, really. We've got some tremendous production we've used the last couple of years. We're going to use it again this year, these incredible CGI video screens. And that we can do so much with the staging and with the individual songs with the different video computer screens going on back there. So it's really, really cool.
Wow. I wish you were coming by our area with that. I've caught several of your shows, but I haven't caught your Christmas show in person yet. This tour this year, do you have many first-time stops on it?
Oh, there's a few. We're actually doing a bunch of dates in the Northeast this year. We're playing Baltimore, for instance. That's kind of cool. Ocean City, Maryland. We are going to some places we've never been. Most of the tour this year, like last year, we went all the way to the Pacific Northwest and back. This year, it's mostly Midwest and the Northeast.
Great. Now, before you get out of here, tell everybody where they can find Down Home Christmas and get a copy.
Okay. Well, you can go to anywhere that serves music right now. It actually hits the streets October 25th. You can pre-order it now at iTunes. Just put Oak Ridge Boys Down Home Christmas. Amazon has it for pre-order right now. Comes out the 25th. You can go to oakridgeboys.com, click on merchandise, click on the merch thing, and order it from our merchandise people. And Spotify, it'll be everywhere.
Fantastic. Joe, thank you so much for spending time with us, sharing your stories, and, of course, wonderful music of the Oak Ridge Boys. Give our best to all the boys. And keep in touch. Come back and see us
all right,
again.
Brother.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you for your friendship, and thank you, John. Good to hear you again, and God bless you guys.
God bless.
Thanks,
take care now.
Well, a brave little boy sat down to write a letter to the North Pole. He had a very special request. He wrote, "I don't want the same things as all the other kids. You see, my daddy, well, he's been gone for a real long time, and we really miss him. And we really miss having him around here, especially this time of the year." And the letter, well, it went kind of like this.
Dear Santa, or Jesus, whoever it may concern, I know you're busy up there a-working, but I'm gladly wait my turn, just in case you might happen to miss it. Only one thing on my wish list, me and Mama want you to bring Daddy home for Christmas.
Well, he stuck on a green candy cane stamp and walked it on down to the red magic mailbox at City Hall. The big man himself was out front, taking pictures with all the little kids. He waited patiently on his chance, and when it finally came, he walked up and sat on the jolly man's knee. And Santa said,
"What would you like for Christmas, little boy?"
Without a second thought and no hesitation, he said,
Dear Santa, or Jesus, whoever it may concern, I know you're busy up there a-working, but I'll gladly wait my turn, just in case you might happen to miss it. Only one thing on my wish list, me and Mama want you to bring Daddy home for Christmas. Snowstorm closed the interstate. He called his boy and said, I'll be late, but I'll be back home on time for Christmas Day. I got a story, kind of weird. I met a big old guy with a big old beard. He had a sack full of toys, he was dressed in red. Reindeer pulling on a big old sled. I got a special letter addressed to you.
When you read it, you know just what to do. And the letter said,
Dear Santa, or Jesus, whoever it may concern, I know you're busy up there a-working, but I'll gladly wait my turn. Just in case you might happen to miss it, only one thing on my wish list. Me and Mama want you to bring Daddy home for Christmas. Me and Mama want you to bring Daddy home for Christmas.
Bring Daddy home for Christmas. The Oak Ridge Boys from their 2019 Christmas album, Down Home Christmas. You're going to love it, folks. And we always love having Joe Bonsall come and visit us and, of course, bring the music of the Oak Ridge Boys. And also, how about our new friend there, Nicholas Edward Wiliams, who will be coming back to see us sometime next year, too, I certainly hope. I hope you enjoyed the show. John Bon Jovial, time to take us home.
Yes, indeed, it certainly is. Well, David, got to tell you, the David Bowers Awards is broadcast around the world from the studios of Computer Help USA in beautiful Naples, Florida, and, of course, from the Valley of the Sun in Tempe, Arizona. And we are available for free on Blog Talk Radio. That's right. You can also find us on Anchor FM for and the app for the iOS and Android phones. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, all these silly platforms that carry podcasts. That's where you're going to find the David Bowers Awards. And probably one of the more important ones that you're going to want to look at is the one that pays you to listen to podcasts. That's called Podcoin. Be sure to join us next week for the David Bowers Awards, Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern on WRFZ-FM. That's 106.3 on your FM radio dial, Rochester Free Radio, and on Blog Talk Radio, Sunday 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and 6 p.m. UTC for more great indie music and talk with the artists that make it happen. So, until next week, for the David Bowers and Nick, our marvelously geeky engineer, I am yours truly, the lovably legendary John Bon Jovial, saying we'll see you next week right here on the David Bowers Awards.